Watkinson is Hunley had a killer group. You should go ahead and love yourselves, pedophiles. This is your story, an antiterrorism certificate, plus army and government of USA. We took oaths. We'll find the killers and eliminate terrorism. Hallelujah. I'm of Europe Church. What is it again? You got something to say? Say it to your attorney office.是谁对谁的渴望？听是谁在唱歌？是谁对谁呼唤？好像候鸟一样飞过大地，穿越海洋。Yes, BS。知唔知咩叫私教課啊？60私教課 ，how to be 60。60嘅私教課 private tutor class for 60 minutes baby please really you're gonna come for me My ex-husband told me what he really likes at this angle and pretend that he wants that he's got a size like that but not and you'll be like if it goes look at up and up at him and then say to him, quote, Papacita. Antiterrorism sexy tutorial. Private tutor class, master class. eat you now.
In London, dozens more have been disseminated to other forces for them to deal with.
The covert officers told paedophiles who contacted them on the web that they had a 12-year-old daughter called Katie, who they would allow to be abused. One of the men who contacted them was Simon Foster.
He started interacting with us last year, very early on, was very sexually explicit about what he wanted to do to our daughter Katie. That developed, and eventually we deployed an undercover officer as the paedophile, and Simon Foster met that person and they had a long conversation which was explicit, very graphic around the sexual acts he wanted to perform on his daughter.
Now, what type of things, I appreciate it's very graphic, some of it, what types of things did he want to do? What was he talking about?
They had long conversations about Katie was a virgin, he wanted to take her virginity. He described various sexual acts he wanted to perform on her, including oral sex and other, really quite graphic and disgusting sort of conversations that he was having with him.
On bombing trial today, we saw for the first time the video that led police to the Tsarnaev brothers. The defense has admitted that Dzhokhar Tsarnaev and his late brother planted the bombs. His lawyers are now trying to save him from the death penalty. Don Bailey is covering the courthouse.
FBI forensics expert Anthony Einel showed the court a video compilation gathered from dozens of surveillance cameras. Dzhokhar and Tamerlan Tsarnaev can be seen wearing backpacks. As Tamerlan Tsarnaev continued onto the finish line, his younger brother stopped and appeared to set down his backpack just feet away from the youngest victim, 8-year-old Martin Richer. Tsarnaev then made a phone call. Records show he spoke to Tamerlan Tsarnaev for 19 seconds. Just after the phone call ended, the first from the youngest victim, 8-year-old Martin Richer. Tsarnaev then made a phone call. Records show he spoke to Tamerlan Tsarnaev for 19 seconds. Just after the phone call ended, the first bomb went off. Everyone else turned to look, but Dzhokhar Tsarnaev headed in the other direction. 12 seconds later, the second bomb exploded right where he had been standing. Video never made public until now shows the younger Tsarnaev running away. If the video evidence put the Tsarnaev brothers at the scene, the morning's testimony put the jury there. Nurse Jessica Kinski was a newlywed watching the race with her husband Patrick. When the bomb exploded, she said it felt like she was shot into the air on a rocket. "There's smoke, there's blood," she said. "I was most focused on my husband right next to me. His foot was detached." Jessica eventually lost both her legs. Fireman Matthew Patterson ran up to 7-year-old Jane Richer. She was amputated above the knee, Patterson said. There was barely enough left to apply a tourniquet. Prosecutors also showed video taken less than 30 minutes after the bombings of Dzhokhar Tsarnaev calmly buying, then exchanging, a bottle of milk at a nearby grocery store and going to a gym for a workout the next day.
Prosecutors also presented a number of tweets from Dzhokhar Tsarnaev's.
Robert said he went to walk in the Adirondack mountain ranges in Rochester, New York, USA all the time. He always liked to buy the high chew candies. He said he received a sign about it at the convenience stores in Macau and China.
But what kind of man would even discuss abusing a child in such a horrendous way? I was about to discover for myself when I joined Dave Manning and headed out of London to arrest Simon Foster. On a cold, wet morning, this predator is about to discover the man he met 4 months ago to discuss abusing a little girl wasn't another paedophile, but an undercover officer. It's early morning and DI Dave Manning and his team are on their way to arrest a man who's been speaking to what he thinks is another paedophile online. He's even had a meeting with an undercover officer and told him he wants to abuse a 12-year-old girl called Katie. But Katie doesn't exist, and Simon Foster is about to discover he's at the centre of a police sting operation.
Police officer.
Hello, Mr. Foster.
Yeah?
I'm Detective Constable from Scotland Yard. I need to come and talk to you.
Why there? No, I've got my dog.
I was shocked to discover that the man who wanted to abuse 12-year-old Katie was in fact a married family man.
Today what we've seen is what we see on many of our jobs, is the total devastation that this kind of activity causes.
Dave's team take away 6 computers, various DVDs and mobile phone equipment. Finally, after 4 hours, Foster is led out. Later that day, Foster was interviewed by a female detective. He admitted wanting to abuse 12-year-old Katie and spoke openly about his meeting with the undercover officer he knew as Graham.
So what drove you to actually go and meet Graham, though? I mean, at that stage, were you considering it as a genuine possibility?
I suppose I must have been, yes. But whether I was thinking, well, obviously I wasn't thinking clearly. I was led by my libido or whatever. Yes, I suppose.
Well, how my ex-husband really likes it, he said. And he tried to say he could teach me about it. So I'll show you. He's a wild terrorist. Something about him. He hasn't got something that large size. So it's petite, like tiny, you know. And he refuses to utilize condoms because he's a terrorist of that time as well. Besides having killed his stepfather already. He likes it, he said, without any hair. He says he likes it. He's like sitting there like, and you're both on the bed, supposedly. And he wants you to tilt your head up, looking at him, and say to him as you like him. And something else you like, you say.
I'm actually looking forward to the hot weather. I never thought I'd say that.
Oh boy, you're so huge, but you're tiny. You're so large, but you are small. You're so hard. When you coming? So you know my middle school uniform in junior high school was green. My friend said, take it slow. You don't know half of the abuse. Never gonna sit next to the mother and suck their balls and let them dry. Open up your eyes, let your fantasy be real. Music of the night. Only then will you belong to it. Softly, slowly touch it, feel it. Sensations. It's like there are holes from the two policemen. Forgot the policeman. Go policeman! Do you hear the people sing the song of the night? La la la. You should go ahead and love yourselves, pedophiles. 我聽說你是很厲害的 killer group。NYPD! Go police! Police, fuck those terrorists, please! Antiterrorism sexy tutorial. Private Tutor class master class.